Good morning, all. It's Az, and I'm tired. And on top of that, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm physically tired. But what I'm tired about is hearing about the need for police reform. And I know it's kind of a trope and a joke, but it's also the truth because in every situation lately, I mean, I even made a video about it, as you can see, what parents need to hear. And what parents need to hear is that generally speaking, not all the time, but very very often in these highlighted cases, what you see is a parent mad because their kid's dead because they sucked at being a parent. And that's it. That is what you see. They're projecting the fact that they don't have their kid anymore because I could have spent more time teaching my kids morals. I could have spent more time with my kid. I could have spent more time talking with my kid. I could have sacrificed my personal time to be with my kid. I could have maybe stopped plans. I could have maybe found the energy when I was very tired to spend some time with my kid and teach them when there's police officers around, especially, but just as a rule of thumb, don't go around getting into fights and stabbing people. Don't go around a neighborhood at 2 or 3 in the morning with an adult firing off guns randomly, then running from police. Those are the things that we can have conversations with our children. Today is not my day. This is not my week for custody for my children, but my child is coming to spend the night tonight because these are things we could do. Or I could just go out and just do what I want, have a whole bunch of fun. That would be a lot of fun. But these are the moments that you can take to do things with your kids and instill these. These are the things you have to do that you should be willing and wanting to do to sacrifice your kid. Or you can hog that spotlight when your kid gets shot because you suck at being a parent. What is wrong with you? I said in another video, parents, stop. Your disgusting, vile, undisciplined brat that you call your children, those are going to be the children my kids have to sift through. Your kids are garbage. You don't know half of the things your kids probably do and say. You are the reasons your kids are out there resisting. I don't even know if they're resisting police because they don't think they're doing anything wrong to have to resist because you suck at instilling those kinds of mentalities and moralities in your kids. And they're suffering. I think that's the ultimate guilt. That parent's like, man, I was so bad. Now that kid's not even going to have their life to learn these lessons because I suck. Who can I blame? Police, racism, because on all those days I could have though, and this comes full circle because now in this shooting today or yesterday, again, I don't pay attention to this. This is what bothers me. I'm off trying to do my Skyrim and Magic the Gathering stuff, and I see this and get drawn back in because in this video I see a father when his daughter's engaged in a fight, not saying, daughter, don't do that. No, daughter, here, let's separate ourselves from this violence. Oh, daughter, the police are here, so let's now calm down and de-escalate so we can deal with the police. You don't see that. You see this dude throwing another girl down on. No one says anything about him kicking this girl in the head, about the fact that his daughter's over there trying to stab. Again, the irony in this is Black Lives Matter. As I'm watching, people are upset because this cop shot a black woman, a black girl, because she's 16, so a black girl, and people are upset. I'm like, what I saw was a black girl try to stab another black girl. If Black Lives mattered, there should have been no knife in the equation. Black lives didn't matter to the black woman who was trying to stab a black woman. The cop saved a black woman's life. Saved a black woman. Another woman was going to stab her, and this cop sadly had to take another woman's life. Again, he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life, that even though he was justified, he killed someone else's 16-year-old daughter. And there are this is what I talk about when I don't want to bash that girl, because that 16-year-old girl had a niece, or not niece, but nephews, family, cousins, that adored her, that didn't know anything about this, didn't expect this, that don't care about this. They're going to miss their family member. And that sucks. That has nothing to do with the father, though, and the mother. Totally different equations. This is just a mess. We need parental reform. Parental reform should be the new hashtag. If we spent 10% of the time we spent throwing at racism and Black Lives Matter and spent on just not enacting government policy, not locking people up, but just helping and being there for each other and policing each other and saying, hey, man, I noticed we've been going out and doing a bunch of stuff every week. Why don't you go hang out with your kid? So maybe she doesn't go and stab someone else and get shot right in front of you while you're trying to kick someone in the head. Why don't you try that? We could do that. We don't need governmental programs. We don't need bureaucracies and agencies. We don't need to give more of our tax money to have some government agency come and tell me to be nice to you. We could just do it. Talk to each other and listen. Or we could just watch our kids get shot by innocent officers because I am the one who failed. And then I can get mad at that cop. And we can just keep this cycle going. I'm angry. I'm going to go try and chill out. My daughter's coming today, so I got some laundry to do. I hope everything's going well with you. Take care, gang. I calmed down, and now that I'm watching this video, I do want to stress one thing, and I think it's why it irritates me so much. Almost like those geese flying around outside irritating me with their honks. I mentioned my daughter's coming today. I fight every day that I don't have my daughter's custody to try to find strength and focus and patience to work around my ex's schedules and their school, my health, all the stuff I just mentioned that I have to do. Just to find time in the time I don't have them to be able to take them more. I fight if and they're kids. Sometimes they have things to do and they just say, no, I don't want to spend the night, which, they're kids, I get. But I see that, and then I see another parent kicking a person in the head in front of their kid, and then shocked that they just got shot. Of all the things you could have done with your daughter, dude, you could have just watched a movie, played a video game, took her out for a drive, maybe got her a cheeseburger. I do that with my daughter sometimes, just to get out of the house and do something. And I don't like to go out to eat at fast food with them, so I try to. They love it. And so we find a reason to get out of the house and go for a drive with Corona. We go for a walk out by the park. Now granted, my daughter's only 10, my oldest of the three. I haven't kicked anyone in the head in front of her yet. I don't plan to. If there's ever a situation where my daughter's in an altercation, what I'm probably going to try to do is be an adult, command that situation. It doesn't involve, generally speaking, throwing another person down and kicking them in the head while police are there. And then being, again, surprised when, in all of this, the outcome, that father, hopefully, and I hope this sounds bad, can go for the rest of his life not blaming officers, not blaming police, not blaming people like me because of the color of my skin, but he can just sit back and say, man, I really should have done something different, either in that moment or in the 16 years of my daughter's existence. I could have done, I'm going to spend the rest of my life reflecting on everything I could have done instead of blaming those people who had to deal with my failings. Again, that's the biggest thing. I failed. That cop now had to take my daughter's life. People had to watch that happen because of me. I did that. Me. I did that. What can I do to make sure there's a penance? Because blaming that cop and white people and all that isn't going to bring my daughter back and make me a better person. Nope, I'm going to be the same ignorant person. So what I can do is sit here and say, today, I'm going to take, before bed and when I wake up, I can say, man, what would I have wished I could do with my daughter today if she was alive? If I wasn't such a crappy father and didn't ruin my daughter's life, what could I be doing with her today? Maybe she'd have a grandkid today, and I could be playing with them, but I can't because I'm an idiot who got my daughter killed. But man, wouldn't that be nice to be able to play with my daughter and her grandkids and her husband? Like a family should. Not out kicking people in their head. No, that's what I should not have done. And then at night, man, I'm getting ready for bed. I wish I could call my grandkids and tell them how much I loved. I can't because I'm an idiot who got my daughter killed, but that's what someone should be doing with their life, not saying, she was of this and that. I have no idea how this happened. Literally no idea because I haven't spent any time with my daughter. Good luck, gang.